Good morning, guys. Good day. We're here today to compare the difference between authentic Mafex comic Spider-Man to the copy and bootleg Mafex comic Spider-Man. Well, right now, can you guess which one is the authentic and which one is the KO? I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay, well, not 5 seconds. The KO one is on this left side. This one is the KO. And this is the authentic version. Well, from the looks of it, it doesn't have much of a difference. In fact, the only difference I can say based from this angle is the paint apps. It might not show on the video or on this camera, but in person, the authentic version has more detailed paint apps, more better paint apps than the KO version. But as you can see, it's not really that much of a difference, but you can really tell that based from the paint apps. Now based from the box of the KO, there you go, the comparison is this. Here, the Amazing Spider-Man Mafex, this is the KO one, and this is the authentic version. As you can see, it does have the Medicom toy logo on it, and on the KO it doesn't have that. And also you can judge it by this uh, part of the box. This is the KO version. The authentic version has the Marvel logo, the Marvel letterings. As you can see, there it is. So that's how you can easily tell based from the box what is the KO version and what is the authentic version. You see, there's no marble here and there is the marble there. There is the Medicom toy here, and this doesn't have the Medicom toy. Um, Basically, they look the same. It's just that they look the same, as you can see there. From this side, they look the same. I don't see any difference from this side. Even from the top. From the top, it also looks the same. From this one angle. Uh, at the back, let me see. Let me see the difference. Okay. As you can see in the left bottom corner, it's plain black. On the authentic version, you will still see the Medicom toy logo on the left bottom corner. There. On the KO version, it doesn't have that. Also, the Marvel logo on the right bottom corner. The KO doesn't have that as well. So there you go. Based from the box, this is how you tell what's KO and what's the authentic version. From the box, you can easily tell the difference, but if you're gonna buy this without the box, probably lose. I mean, you wouldn't really see much of a difference here. I mean, you can see it now. Based from how it looks, based from this, because it always depends on what KO you would get. It's always a hit or miss. Based from the one that I just received, or I have, the KO version that I have, is a little bit taller than the authentic version. As you can see there, as you can see here, if we're gonna let them stand side by side, um, the shoulder, you can easily see on the shoulder that the KO version is higher than the authentic version. Let me have them stand side by side. There. It does looks the same from the video, but uh, in person, there you go. You can see the difference in the shoulder level. The KO is a little bit taller, probably by one line of a centimeter, but not really that much of a difference. I've seen a review where the KO is um, smaller, probably 5.5 inch. This one, this KO is a 6 inches. Well, it's taller than the authentic version, so it's probably 6.1 or 6.2 inches. Um, aside from the paint apps, what I see, the difference that I see here is this: the KO I have has this leg, which is a little bit wider. It's a little bit wider. As you can see, it's a little bit wider. And also, one of the main difference that you can tell from the KO to the authentic is this this gap, this this gap right there. See, there's a huge gap on the knee, because on the authentic version you won't see any gap right there. Okay, so I'm not really gonna review much of the articulation, because pretty much well, I'm gonna show you articulation as well, but I'm not just gonna focus on that because I want you to see the main difference from the KO versus the authentic. So you can see the paint apps of the authentic version is really good. It's really nice. But when it comes to how it feels when you touch them, even the weight, they feel exactly the same. They feel exactly the same. I would say pretty much it's the same material, probably, but they feel the same exact texture for me, uh, based from how I judge it. It does. The only difference are the joints and the paint apps. But for articulation, let me show you. Well, articulation is a copy as well of the authentic version. Definitely, it's really poseable. And the good thing about this KO is that the joints are really tight. It's not loose, as you can see. As you can see, it doesn't really wobble. See, it's really tight. It's really tight. Um, Again, I would say that it probably will depend on what KO you will get, but um, for this one I have here, the only difference I see is this one. It's too wide. The gaps from the knee, the gaps from the elbow, and the paint apps. Articulation wise, they are the same exact figure. They are the same exact look. The height, again, the only difference is the gap from the knee joint, the gap from the elbow, the height, and the paint apps. The paint app is not much of a difference, but when you have them side by side, you will see the difference. Just like this, you can easily tell that the paint apps on this one is much better than this. But other than that, I don't see any difference to with this authentic and KO. I mean, I don't really recommend for you guys to buy the KOs. It's not really bad to buy KOs. It's okay if you want to satisfy your hobby by spending a minimum amount of money. It's okay. Um, Also, comparison with the accessories is, let me show you. Man, the box of the KO version is really bad because probably of the shipping. This is how the alternate head looks like for the KO version. Well, if I'm gonna show you the authentic version, obviously there is a big difference. That's also one of the difference, the alternate head. This one looks like, well, it doesn't look like a normal human or normal face. It looks like mist. Even the paint apps as well. The paint apps has some, it looks like a black eye, something like that on the left eye. But for the authentic version, as you can see, this is really a superb head sculpt. Well, for the accessories, it's exactly the same. Well, for the KO version, they are all, they're not on their places, but it's exactly the same. The purpose of this review is just for you guys to see what difference does a KO version, Mafex Comic Spider-Man, has. A difference has to the authentic version. Um, well, like I said, the only difference I see with the KO I have are the knee joint, the elbow joint, the hips is a little bit wider on the KO, the height difference. But when it comes to the feel of it, when you touch it, the weight is exactly the same. The feel, I think it, I really can't say if it's the same material, but it does feel like that. It feels like the same material. So again, from the box, you can easily tell what the KO looks like. There's no Medicom logo, there's no Marvel logo in back and in front, and you can also judge by the alternate head sculpt as well. In case that you would find a KO that does have the Medicom logo and the Marvel logo, you can easily tell it by checking the alternate head. So this is really a superb figure. For me, I have the authentic version inside the box. I don't really remove this from the box. What I display is the KO version. This is what I use for photography and for display as well. But the authentic version, I always have this inside the box, so it's like a mint in the box. I like displaying it with a box and one outside the box. So for now, happy collecting, guys. I hope this review is helpful for you guys to identify what's the difference between a KO and the authentic version. And happy collecting. I'll be reviewing more figure with KOs and authentic, KO versus authentic version. And let me show you one more time close up. Uh, Man, they really don't have much of a difference when it comes to the looks of it. Although the paint apps is somehow different, but man, the KOs are really starting to look great. They are starting to nail how they copy the authentic version. It, by the way, I let me compute this. I purchased the KO for 900 pesos. And that would sum up to US dollars. That is around wait $18. Wow. Considering that the original version nowadays cost $100 more, probably 100 to 150 or 200 for some. Wow, there's really a big difference between the prices here. $18 is really a big difference for 150 or $200. So there you go, guys. The price difference, I showed you the price difference. I showed you the difference between the joints as well and the paint apps and the box difference. So this is how you identify what a KO and authentic looks like from the box as well and from the alternate head. Again, happy collecting. And always keep safe and God bless, guys. I'll be doing more review. Keep in touch. Bye bye.